The Colosseum was originally clad entirely in marble. When you visit or see the Colosseum these days, you'll notice how the stone exterior appears to be covered in pockmarks all across its surface. Whilst you might assume this is just a degradation of the material due to its age, it is actually because it was originally clad almost entirely in marble. The reason for the pockmarks is after the fall of Rome the city was looted and pillaged by the Goths. Yes, that's right, the Goths. They took all of the marble from the Colosseum and stripped it, mostly, down to its bare stone setting. The holes in the stone are from where the iron clamps and poles attaching the marble cladding to it have been ripped out. Genghis Khan was tolerant of all religions. Back then, the world was a very intolerant place. More often than not, conquering warlords and emperors weren't open to religions other than their own. Genghis Khan was very different from other conquerors, though, in many different ways. One was his interest in learning philosophical and moral lessons from other religions. Despite being a Tengrist, he often consulted with Buddhist monks, Muslims, Christian missionaries, and Taoist monks. The world's most successful pirate in history was a lady named Qing Shi. She was a prostitute in China. This was until the commander of the Red Flag Fleet bought and married her. But rather than just viewing her as a wife, her husband considered her his equal, and she became an active pirate commander in the fleet. Qing Shi soon earned the respect of her fellow pirates. So much so that after her husband's death, she became the captain of the fleet. Under Shi's leadership, the Red Flag Fleet consisted of over 300 warships, with a possible 200 more support ships. She even had a possible 80,000 men, women, and children. They terrorized the waters around China. The Red Flag Fleet was such a fearsome band of raiders that the Chinese government eventually pardoned Qing Shi and her entire fleet, just to get them off the high seas. Albert Einstein turned down the presidency of Israel. Einstein wasn't a citizen of Israel. However, he was Jewish. The German-born physicist was offered the post but turned it down in 1952, saying, "I am deeply moved by the offer from our state of Israel, and at once saddened and ashamed that I cannot accept it. All my life I have dealt with objective matters, hence I lack both the natural aptitude and the experience to deal properly with people and to exercise official functions." The Leaning Tower of Pisa was never straight. Known worldwide for its 4 degrees lean, this freestanding bell tower was constructed in the 12th century. When construction on the second story started, due to the unstable ground it was built on, the tower started to lean. After this, the lean only increased as the construction process went on, and it went on to become more iconic than the tower itself. Spartans were so rich that nobody had to work. Ancient Sparta, during its classical age, was an immensely wealthy country. A large part of this was down to their use of helots, the enslaved population of the territories ruled by Sparta. When a Spartan boy reached adulthood and became a man, the Spartan state awarded him with an allotment of public farmland. They also rewarded him with a constituent of helot slaves to work it. This basically turned every Spartan citizen into a wealthy member of the conventional upper class. So they didn't have to work for a living.